guys, welcome back to True Crime with Shannon, where I cover missing persons, unsolved cases, crime news, and more. Well, as you can see, I'm not in my studio. I'm actually on a walk after work, and I've had a whole day of work, and in between, listening to the Letecia Stauch trial. I know a lot of you guys are following it, and they played some more of the calls today, and I don't know about you guys, but I can't stand hearing Tisha's voice on those calls with Al. It's just, I already had a headache, and I feel like I got a second or third headache upon the headache. So, what do you guys think of the trial so far? And what did you think too of, I haven't put up a video yet, which I'm going to be working on the next couple days. What did you think of Harley Hunt's testimony? Do you think that she was pro-mom, and now she's kind of moved over a bit, and she's pretty much realized that her mom really screwed up, and she's decided to jump, from her camp to the truth camp? Or do you think she only did that because she got the deal? Because obviously she got a deal, and that's pretty much because she didn't become an accessory. They, law enforcement gave her the deal. And I think it's a combination of both. That said, when they asked her if she still loved her mom, and she didn't answer, and then they decided to not push her on it, I think that was really telling to me. I think she probably still does, because it's really hard. It's really hard to, be brought up by somebody who gave birth to you, and she's, 20 years old right now, and the last time she really saw her was, she was 17, so you figure 17 years she was always around her mother. Granted, their relationship was anything but mother and daughter. They were more like friends, and you can't be friends with your kids, at least not until they're, much older. And Harley and her have always been friends, and I think T wanted to be her daughter's friend and kind of live through her, because it seemed like she didn't have many of her own friends. So she was trying to vicariously live through her daughter, and that sadly seems to happen a lot more with this younger generation with their moms. And I don't get it, because I was brought up that my mom was my mom. And she told you to clean your room or do the dishes or put away your backpack or whatever after school, and you did it. You just didn't, there was no discussion. It was just, that's your mom. Same thing with your dad. You listen to them, and that's just the way it goes. With them, it seemed like they never had any real arguments, which I find hard to believe. And it seemed like she even borrowed money from Harley. So, I don't know what parent borrows money from their teenage daughter or child. It's very, very strange to me. So, I don't know. I do think she knows more and knew more than she was willing to admit. And I think her stories with being, in the van, and unfortunately with Gannon in that suitcase when they were traveling from Colorado down to Florida, I think that she suspected something, because there was a lot of really odd things that her mom did. And I don't know whether she just decided to shrug them off because she's my mom and she can't do any wrong, or what the exact reasoning was on Harley's end. But it is definitely a very strange relationship they had. And I'm hoping that this gives her the opportunity to turn her life around and really grow up to be a much better person than her mother is. But we shall see. And then as far as today, we had, of course, some more law enforcement on the stand so far. And they played some more calls. And I gotta tell you, hearing Tisha's voice on those calls when she's talking to Al, like I said, it gave me an extra headaches. And I don't drink, but it almost wants you to bring you to drink. But I think, Al eventually was just having enough of her crap. He really was. And I give him accolades, and he really did do everything he could to keep her talking. And the FBI, which was also on the stand today, some of those agents, they were working with him so that he could talk and get her talking. They wanted to play her friend. Have him tell her that he's on her side as long as he gets the truth. And then eventually, of course, that just didn't work anymore because she can't help herself. Her lies, just started to fall apart. They were falling apart from the get-go, but it just continued to fall. And eventually they just fell apart so much. The insanity of the lies became more and more and more and more. And it's like everything just, fell apart. So I do think that she's crazy, but she's not insane. So, you have, like I said before, you have all these major, like, serial killers and these other folks and out there, like BTK, Ted Bundy, all these guys who did all these quote-unquote crazy things. And then, but they knew what they were doing. They're just, you're not right in the head, but you're rational. It's just, you're screwed up, but do I think she knew what she was doing? Do I think she knew exactly what she was doing when she killed Gannon? And then when she cleaned up, continued these lies, put them in the suitcase, and on and on and on? Absolutely. So there's just, to me, there's no way she's guilty, not guilty rather, by because of insanity. And I guess hopefully we'll hear some soon from some of the psychologists. And I know they have quite a bit of more witnesses coming, because today is the 19th, and this trial is going to go on for at least another month, actually over a month. They're anticipating it not to be done until like the end of May. So it is a long one, and as much as I hate hearing her voice, there's something there. I just want to hear I want to hear all of it and then go from there. So let me know what you guys think of everything so far in the comments. And like I said, I'll cover Harley's testimony very soon. Hopefully I'll probably do a video on Friday on that. And let me know if you want me to cover any of the other testimonies. I think that was sort of the biggest major one in the last few days, because that one was big to me. And then, of course, when Lana gets up there, that one's going to be really big as well. And it's going to be a tough day for her, but tell you what, she's a brave kid. She talked to the FBI and law enforcement, and she's going to be up there defending her brother all the way to the end. All right, guys, have a good one and have a great rest of the day. And most of all, stay safe.